Selamat datang kembali di acara Topi Merah, topik inspirasi dan motivasi persembahan dari Bali News ID. Masih bersama saya Kande Putra dan hari ini saya kebetulan bisa interview Mr. Sebulon Chalu. Ya,
Yes,
welcome sir, CEO Namibia Tourism Board.
that's right. Thank you.
To be honored to interview you today.
Thank you so much for welcoming me.
I'm so sorry, my English is not very well.
You speak very good English. I can hear. I understand.
And then I can learn English from you. You can learn bahasa from me.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Do you know in Indonesia, exactly in Indonesia, we have more than 17,000 islands.
Wow.
And then more than
Yeah.
700 different languages.
Wow.
I think in your country too, right?
Yeah, but not so many like you.
In Indonesia, our national language is Bahasa. And here in Bali,
Yes.
in Bali we have Bahasa Bali, traditional language too.
Okay.
Okay,
Strong
Bahasa
culture,
Bali.
tradition.
For example, if we said in Bahasa, we said Selamat Datang, that's a welcome.
Okay. Yeah.
But in Bali, we said Rahajeng Rauh. It's
Okay.
very different.
Yeah,
it's
two
very
different
different.
things,
Two
yeah.
different.
Okay.
Okay, before we talk about the special tourism in Namibia, maybe you can tell me a little bit about Namibia.
Yeah, thank you.
please, sir.
No, thank you for welcoming me.
Yeah.
Representing Namibia Tourism Board as a CEO. Well, Namibia is, a hidden gem of Africa.
Hidden gem. Okay.
Hidden gem of Africa. There's not so many people, going there for tourism. As we want more people to be coming. Now, let's start from the political stability. Is one of those countries in Africa that are politically stable.
Okay.
It exchanged leadership and presidents peacefully from 1990, which is our independence year,
Yeah.
and until now. Recently, this year March, then the nation elected the first female president.
The first
The
president.
president.
Okay.
That now is a sitting president,
Okay.
Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah,
Okay.
Excellency. Yes. Then two is a peaceful country, very peaceful country as well. Both in design, in terms of the people themselves are peaceful, and that's
Okay.
that's the source of the peace in the country.
Okay.
If there are conflicts or resolutions or conflicts, they want to sit and discuss and debate and solve it instead of doing anything else.
Your country is democracy, right? sir?
Very democratic country. Yes. Again, on nature side, we are sandwiched between two deserts. On the eastern side of our country, of course, we border other countries. There's a Kalahari Desert.
Kalahari Desert.
Then on the western side, which is the biggest of the two, is our Namib Desert.
Namibia. Okay, Namibia is often referred to as the country. We know about the blue sky and sunshine. Could
Yeah.
you please,
Well, yeah. Yes, it's a semi-arid country. Therefore, we have proper clear skies
clear
for
sky?
over 360 days a year.
Oh,
So it's the best area or destination for those who want to watch stargazing activities. It's the best destination to be.
I think
Good clear
because-
skies,
because the sky is clear.
very
In
clear.
the night, you can clear see the
Yeah, you
star.
can clear see the stars.
But in the afternoon, I think a little bit hot and then raining.
Well, it depends where you are. We don't receive a lot of rain except this year where we had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
There are parts that receives above average rain, but there are other areas that receive below average rains, being a desert.
Okay.
So therefore, we conserve water because water is scarce, and rain is scarce as well in some parts of the country. Yeah.
That's about the blue sky and sunshine. That's I think the more beautiful in the world, I think.
Yes,
Because-
and you combined it with the open spaces because of its desert. In terms of both Kalahari and Namib Desert,
Okay.
so you have a lot of landscape which are open landscapes, open areas. Now it's beautifully there to watch the sundowner. That's why sundowners are very common in Namibia to host them, because then you can host your clients in the open areas and watch the sun setting, and then you
Okay.
do the rest of the activities that you do. and that's why it's also famous for your photography tourism as well, because of the landscape, the scenery. In some areas we have mountains as well, but it just makes it more perfect for those who want to watch landscapes.
I was seeing the brochure you have, and then I check it the pictures, and wow, it's very nice about that.
Yeah, it is.
We have heard the majority of the population are the Awambo group, right? Awambo group.
Awambo group, yeah.
Which consists of 8 tribes.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about that?
Thank you. That's the majority of our population.
Okay.
Our Awambo group is a Bantu culture or language groups. They have dialects, but they don't need translations among themselves. So each one can speak your language. I can speak. Somebody can speak Oshikwanyama, and the other one speaks Oshindonga, the other one speaks Nganjera, the other one speaks other dialects, but there's no translation among them. So everyone understands each other.
They can understand.
Yeah, they can understand one another.
Different speak, but can understand.
Yeah,
each
no,
other.
they can understand among us.
Oh,
so that's why it's a group.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why it's a group. 8 tribes, but it's a group of Namibians, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the majority. It's about 60% of our population.
Can you tell us, for example, if we said welcome or say something with?
Yeah, we can say something like "Isis to Pandula." That means thank you.
To Pandula.
Yeah, or Ilamo, come in.
Oh,
yeah,
Ilamo, come
yeah. Ongeipi, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah, so that is yeah, but it's more on the northern side of it. Strong in terms of culture as well, preservation. Proud people, of Namibia, good people as well.
Okay.
No, generally very hospitable, welcoming people. And that's the majority of the population of Namibia.
I think the traditional
very traditional households as well. They love. Yes, because we are about 50-50 in terms of being in the urban and being in the rural areas as well. So the majority of them, we live in the northern side. Where the majority of the Awambo group are, and then the northeast and north central as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next year's BBTF is planning to highlight the theme of gastronomy. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your food there. I think.
Yeah,
if we see the area in there is to dessert, right?
Yeah.
How about the food?
Food is good. We consume a lot of beef.
Beef.
We lot of beef. We consume a lot of fish. Generally,
you have fish.
Yeah, we have fish because we have a coastline. We are alongside the Atlantic Ocean or bordered by Atlantic Ocean on the western side. Yes, we consume a lot of chicken, and traditionally also we eat a lot of traditional chicken. We call it marathon chicken.
Marathon
a free roaming chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot. That's one of the dishes that we can eat with a lot of other, shifima. That's an Oshiwambo expression for porridge or pap, made of maize meal or mahangu. Then we have on the other side we have like mutete is a spinach. That we eat as well with either fish or beef with again pap or porridge, which is also a sima, also almost similar to the Shwambo. That's now the Kwangali is the second largest group in terms of tribe in Namibia. Of course, fish as well, which is from Fish River, not Fish River, but from fresh water river. So which is the Zambezi bream. We eat a lot of kapana, just beef, but it's a street meat with fat cakes, fat cook for that matter. That's how it's known.
Yes.
So we love eating traditional as well to an extent, because it's more organic in any way. So you can expect when you come over there, you eat a lot of this as well.
If I see the area, I think it's more organic there.
That's right.
Pesticide or anything else. And then I'm curious about the taste too. Maybe you try going to another country, taste the food for example, in Bali here, international food. How the taste there?
No, the food is good. And anyway, when I travel myself, I make it my personal goal to test something new in the area in which I am. And I think this is where the cultural tourism comes in. This is where the gastronomy tourism comes in. It's built from you offering what you eat to your visitors that are coming in. So the taste is good. I mean, if people are consuming it, it's obvious that it's good taste. Pap is pap. It's not only Namibia that consumes pap, or so to speak. It's a stable food. There are other nations that eat it, and many other things. So these are good taste of food that you can be offered and you can eat. Even to a visitor can eat. Depends on how it has been prepared.
Okay, that's great, because in my experience, for example, because in Bali we have a food special we call like a lawar or spicy. Then the tasty more spicy than another place in Southeast Asia, I think. For example, many customer from Australia coming. Sometimes our food is not perfect there for them. And then in Bali also we have customer or tourists from India. Of course they have special spicy from there. I think, how you think the taste food in Namibia depend in
the traditional food is not much prepared with a lot of chili. It's not hot. It's probably you need to choose whether you want to add chili on. So it's mild. It's mild with your normal spicing on, and if you want to make it hot, then you can add. So, but the natural in terms of preparation, it's mild in terms of that preparation. Whether you meat, of course, you need to put on salt. You need to put in some spice for meat, if it's fish or chicken. And onjove is just oil that you put on the marathon chicken, which is a traditional chicken, the free roaming chicken. So it's not hot in terms of then spicy. It's mild. It's for you that want to have chili on or hot food, then you can add on.
Maybe that's from you. Which one your favorite food from your country?
No, we consume pap. Pap is porridge or shifima, is sima. Then you can eat it with any other things. You can eat it with fish, with some potato, spinach, or mboga. You can eat it with beef, whether stew or whether it's a braai, and so on. Of course, we eat also rice and other food that we eat. But pap is more common. We eat it both from from the north and from central and also the south. Pap is common. Is one of the staple food that Namibia has, and you can eat it with any other meat, whether beef or lamb or any other things that you can add up.
That's the food. How about the drink? You have a special traditional drink, I think, like traditional alcohol. Like in Bali we have we call arak. There's a traditional alcohol, like a wine. We have a wine also here in Bali. How in Namibia?
There is various. There is a well-known ombike. Ombike is one of the strongest traditional drink. I call it's like a whiskey, but it's a traditional. Ombike. There is omalodu. It's omalodu, which is like traditional beer brewed from sorghum or millet. So ombike is the strongest in terms of the traditional local. I don't want to call it a beer. It's more a whiskey type of alcohol liquor, hard liquor. Yes, and then omalodu is traditional brewed a beer.
I think it's complete. You have a completely like us. Namibia is a coastal region after a lot of entertainment and tourism attraction. Could you give me overview what the travel can experience in Namibia?
I think it's so vast. Namibia provides a diversity of tourism attractions. If we were to start at the coast, of course, the coast, you have a coastline and a lot of water activities, which is coastline activities or marine activities, your boat cruises, your surfing, sand surfing. You also have camel riding, of course, boat cruises you'll have, and many other adventure activities, bumpy, jumping.
More adventure, right?
More adventure activities, like you have, So you have a lot of activities that for adventure. It's your coastline, Swakopmund, Fish Bay for that matter. Desert trips where you can learn the life in the desert. That's that flay there that you can see on TV. But then that is also the landscapes that you can see alongside the beaches. Very clean beaches for activities that you can have. So yeah, so that's the coastline. But overall, you have wildlife and abundance of wildlife. We have over 20 national parks that are protected. You have a lot of animals that that are conserved in the national parks. So it's good for your safari. The best quality safaris you can have in Namibia, in your Etosha National Park, in your Bobota National Park, and many other parks that we offer. Of course, you have, and you saw your TV, the Fish River Canyon, which is the second biggest canyon in the world. It's the Fish River Canyon that you have.
I want to ask about the canyon. I think that's the biggest canyon in the world. Can you explain more?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's so magnificent in terms of view, in terms of this is is a canyon. Basically, it's like I call it a reach, but the deepest reach in the mountains, and beautiful landscapes. Okay, it's good to view. Either you can hike in it, right? But you must be fit. You must be medically fit and certified for you to be allowed to hike in. It's more challenging. It's more adventurous.
I think
hiking for days.
Must be more prepared.
You must be well prepared. Yeah, actually, we ask for a medical certificate before you are allowed to hike. It can be challenging. You can dehydrate if you're not ready. Take a lot of water, but you must be fit to be able to hike.
Must be more fit.
And then you camp in there for the days that you're hiking and so on. But it's also from photographic point of view, is good landscapes to take photos as well from above and so on.
How about the infrastructures? For example, if we want to come to this canyon area,
there's a road infrastructure there.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll be able, the tour operators will be able to take you. There are hotels or lodges around there. So infrastructure are there around it. Where, all the lodges then can ferry you to the canyon. You can view, take photographs, and then you'll be ferried back or be transferred back to your hotel or your lodges.
What kind of attraction more we can explore Namibian, I think?
Yeah, the other one is the culture. It's unique. We have some of the San community. The San is one of the indigenous groups in Namibia. They still have preserved their culture. You have the Himba community has also preserved their culture, as original as it could be. One can engage the way of life, how they do things and so on. We have living museums there to understand the people, what we're using before civilization came. And also then across the country, depending on which region you are, we have 14 political regions, and every region, so to speak, provides a different culture.
I think the tourism can explore. I think we can visit one traditional house, and can we see how they live and doing anything in their house like that.
You can. There are museums. We call them living museums.
Living museum. Okay.
Museums. Certain parts are displaying the culture, the way of life, and the way of doing things. Of course, you can visit, and then they take you through. Say this is what we do.
Okay.
The Himba is more common. They preserve. They are also then built. They still live some in the villages. You can go and see authentic experience, authentic way of living. You can be taken through. But every region you go is completely different. You go to the Avambo culture as well. You can now see how also they live, how they do things. You go to the other side, which is the Kavango, the Vaherero groups, and so forth. So, and that's how diverse we are, and that's why we also learning from what you call village tourism here in Bali.
Okay.
Yes, you've gone ahead of us, and that's what we also want to do, to take tourism to the community at the village level as well, so that the community are able also to participate, into the tourism economy or the tourism mainstream economy.
Okay. This last but not the least, could you recommend the 5, I think, best experience we can do when we visit Namibia?
Wow.
Best pep. I think all the best.
All the best of the best.
All the best.
No, the best is, I mean, depending on what you want
Okay.
to want to experience. Weather culture, you will be able to offer that. And we want you to try the Wakapana experience.
Wakapana experience. Okay.
So Kapana is your meat, your grilled meat. Sometimes fried as well, meat, and then you can eat on the street
I
with
think
fat cook.
started from finding the, for example, the what you call run chicken.
Yeah, marathon chicken. It's traditional chicken, basically. It's a free roaming chicken.
Okay.
You can experience the cultural cuisine, the cultural dishes.
Okay.
You can experience adventure. So if we were to start this way, we'll say, well, if you come over there, the stargazing, please don't miss it, because that's the best if you love stargazing. You can do camel riding, you can do adventure activities in the coastline, which is then whether skydiving, whether sandboarding or surfing. Sandboarding probably could be one of the best experience that you can have. You can do a boat cruise, watching over dolphins and so forth. You can do hiking, but desert trips is also very beautiful, because our desert is I call it is a living desert.
Living desert.
It's dead when you look at it, but if you were to dig a bit deeper, you may find that there's some green plantations that are growing there, or insects that are alive, underground. So, and that's why we have the one area, they call the Namib Sensi, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Is a concentration of a lot of sand dunes, and some of the highest dunes are in that area, and that's why it's a World Heritage Site. So you can climb on the sand dunes.
Okay.
Your big daddy, your big mama, and have an experience of a lifetime. And we always recommend that when you're done hiking up there or walking up there, you should be barefoot, so that you can feel the Namib Desert sand over there.
I think for me, it's very hard.
Yeah, the safari is the best of them as well. Don't miss your safari. Don't miss your Etosha National Park. Don't miss your Bobada National Park and other parks that you can experience. Come closer to wildlife, but they are wild as well. So don't come closer.
For the safari, how many hours we need? Till 1 day or 2 days for safari in their area?
No, what we recommend that at least between 7, 10 days to have a full appreciation of Namibia, because it's a vast country. So you need to travel, you need to calculate in hours of travel, but it's peaceful. You can even hire a car, you can drive yourself if you are able to drive. The road infrastructure are very good as well, and reach out to where you want to go. You can hire or get services of a tour operator, of course, take you through as well, and then take you all these other places that you can go. So safari is one of them that you need to do, which is wildlife viewing, bird life viewing, and the rest of the other activities, hiking, and all the other things that you want to do in Namibia. Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. How about the infrastructure, like connectivity of internet or anything else there?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Your banking infrastructure, your telecommunication infrastructure, very good, world class, right? So you don't need to fear in terms of anything. You just, for a banking, you just take your bank card, your credit card or your debit card, and the banking systems work. Your medical infrastructure, hospitals, clinics, they are all working world class. Your roads, as I said, world class as well, working. Even your transportation infrastructure, your hotel infrastructure, in all, these are world class. These are countries that are well developed, right? Though we are a developing country, but in terms of infrastructure is well developed. So there is nothing really to fear. People are very hospitable. They welcome visitors that are coming over there. They are warm. You may meet a Namibian for 1 hour, but your discussion there over time, it looked like you've met him or her, over a month or 2 or 3, and that's how hospitable we are. So the infrastructure is good.
Infrastructure is good. That is good. I think in our viewers, many can visit Namibia and interesting about what you say, but from Indonesia or from Bali, how we can get there? How about the visa or anything else from Indonesia to go Namibia?
Well, the good news is those that are citizens of Indonesia,
Yeah.
no visa is required for you to visit
No
Namibia.
visa.
No visa is
No
required for you to
visa.
visit
It's
Namibia.
free visa
And-
for Indonesian
Yeah.
citizen.
And that's
Okay.
how easy it could be, and that's why we are here. And we said, well,
Ah.
it's easy for you to travel, and you have 8.9 million Indonesian traveling outside of Indonesia. So when we are saying, well, Namibia is also here. We want to tap in that number to come and visit Namibia because it's easy for you to visit Namibia. Yes,
Okay.
connectivity, there are various ways of getting there, either through Europe, which is Germany. We have 2 flights every day going to Namibia directly from Munich and then Frankfurt, of course. You can go through Dubai, through South Africa, whether Cape Town or Joburg. You can go through Ethiopian Airlines, through Addis Ababa. Then you again fly in directly into Windhoek as well.
Maybe next we have. I hope we can have a direct flight.
Yeah, yeah. If we get numbers, why not? We can sell it to the airlines,
Yeah.
and the airlines will
Direct
say,
flight
"Well,
from
we
Namibia to Bali or Bali to Namibia."
go to Namibia." Yeah, yeah. No, we have Namibians, few Namibians who are traveling here. They love it here. And what we offer there is complementary to what Bali offers. So
Okay.
that's why we're thinking that because you are a tourism capital in terms of Indonesia,
Okay.
so it's easily to say, well, and after you experience Bali, well, there's Namibia that you can experience. The experience of the desert, the experience of the wildlife, of course, and many others that you can do on the African continent.
Yeah, I hear from you. This is the first time you join
Yeah,
in BBTF,
yeah,
right?
yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about a comment about the BBTF at this time?
Yes, we had a BBTF through the embassy, the Indonesian embassy in
Okay.
Windhoek, of course, and started reading up, and now we are here. Yeah, well organized. We love it, and the focus of B2B, which is business to business,
Yeah,
is
business
good.
to business.
And I think
okay.
that's what good about BBTF. It's business to business. So we hoping you're gonna grow, or the BBTF will grow to invite more buyers, more countries to come in as well, so that it become a hub of this East Asia
Yeah.
countries in terms
Yeah.
of meeting up here,
Okay.
and then trying then to get the messages across, and then getting the people here also going across to Africa and Namibia in particular.
And then what do you hope for the next BBTF?
Well, from our side, we want to bring 2 operators with us, right? We also want to invite
In this event
for next year.
In this event, you have 2 tour operators.
No, in this event we only came as
Okay.
Namibia Tourism Board.
Okay.
We then have a booth where we are sharing information and marketing Namibia.
Okay.
But going forward next year,
Next
we want to
year.
bring 2 operators in, but also to invite outbound 2 operators from Indonesia for an educational tour to Namibia, so that they're able then to see the country and also profile the country. We're looking at media partners, travel media as well, to invite them together with the outbound operators also to come to
I'm
Namibia.
waiting your invitation.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
I'm waiting. Bali
Thank you.
is waiting your invitation.
Yeah, but working with your committee that's
Yeah.
organizing BBTF, we just met as well in discussing how we can collaborate,
Yes.
so that the impact on either side, is impactful, are strong. So you'll see us working together with your committee, BBTF, to help us here, and also invite you to come to Namibia
Okay.
and experience Namibia.
Like we know, we working in tourism industries, we can working by alone, but we must working together.
Yeah.
I hope BBTF can give inspiration for Namibia. I hope you can make it kind like this in your country, and then we can visit
Yeah.
to Namibia.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
We welcome you to Namibia.
Yeah.
When there are events that we'll be organizing, we'll extend the invite through to the committee of BBTF and the tourism industry or sector. So to speak, whether Bali or Indonesia at large, so that you are able to come and join there, so that you can also market either Bali itself to the Namibians and the rest of Indonesia as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think the time is enough, sir. Maybe you can tell us Anything else want to you said about the Namibia more?
Yeah, I think it's if you want to experience the best of Africa, I would say come to Namibia, especially those who love space. And for me, luxury is about space. Luxury is about time. Is a destination of self-discovery. Okay. So you have an area where the Namib Desert meets the sea, which is the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
All right, and this is proper places for photography and viewing the nature, the creation of God, how beautiful it is.
I think for the photography of natures, this
Namibia offers the best of the activities that we do. It's a mature tourism industry. Okay, it's not that we are starting scratch off. Beautiful lodges and hotels, good standards as well. So when you say
5-star hotel,
when you say 5-star, it's 5-star. When it's a 4-star, it's a 4-star. 3-star, 3-star.
Good.
So the standards are very well in terms of the accommodation.
International standards.
International standards. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Infrastructure.
Excellent.
Excellent.
World class. In
In
terms of the road, we are number one holder of the roads in sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah.
For the last between 5 to 6 years. Okay, as an example, just to illustrate that the infrastructure are excellent.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir,
Most welcome, sir.
for anything you tell us.
Yeah.
I'm very interesting. Honestly, I'm very interesting about Namibia
Yeah.
because
Please
I like a photograph and
Please
then
come through.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's very nice
Beautiful.
country.
That's the dead flay area.
Huh?
There's a dry, isn't that desert where the sources flay is, and many people visit it. It's just amazing when you get there and to understand I call it the value of nature and what nature can just provide. Yeah.
Next, after the BBTF,
Yeah.
we have some kind of tour here in Bali.
Okay.
You join us? You join another tour?
Sure. We going to a village
Yeah.
tour tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I was part of that, but we are going to see a village setup in terms to experience the village tourism. But that's tomorrow.
I think in Bangli, I think.
Yeah, not sure
tomorrow
where
we can meet again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the tour too for visit Bangli in our traditional village because in Bali we have many traditional village.
Okay.
The famous one is Panglipuran village.
Alright.
That's a very traditional village.
Okay. Excellent.
For me,
Yeah.
I'm interested more about
Please come
Namibia.
to Namibia. No, come when you have time to come over
Yeah.
and experience the best of Namibia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the best thing is for Indonesian citizen, that's the free visa
Yeah.
to go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for everything. Oke, pemirsa Bali News ID, terima kasih udah menyimak perbincangan kita tadi. Ya, semoga pemirsa Bali News bisa menyimak dan ya interest untuk mengunjungi Namibia. Akhir kata, saya Kandi Putra, saya ucapkan banyak terima kasih. Bali News ID, lugas dan inspiratif. Oke, thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.